Thanks, Senator Kennedy. Senator Tester of Montana is recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's always good following Senator Kennedy. It's always a pleasure. You're right, capitalism works if there's competition. And in the meat industry right now, there isn't any competition, and the reason you got hooked going to the grocery store is because those packers are making bank, no pun intended. And so I look forward to your sponsorship.
I'm with you, Senator. We both love meat.
All right, right on, baby.
Right on.
My special investigator bill to enforce the Packers and Stockyards Act, but I'm here to talk to you guys, and ma'am. And I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you for your testimony. I come from a very rural area in a very rural state. And as you guys know better than anybody, access to capital is critically important if you're going to have business expansion and employment and economic growth. It was a few years ago in my small town of 600, the bank, one of your banks actually, decided to pull out. Fortunately, we had a community bank come in. They're doing a great job. But that potential pullout and that access to that brick and mortar facility could have really raised heck with my little small town where post offices are still important and schools are still important and banks are still important. So this question is for all of you. Are you guys committed to brick and mortar facilities in rural America? And if you're not, why not? We can start with you, Mr. Sheriff.
Senator, thank you. I think you know this. We are, I think, the biggest of the banks here in terms of our presence in rural America. We very much are committed to continuing that. To the extent that we have exited a location, we've tried to be very, very conscious of ensuring that we're not leaving the town unbanked, whether that be through having another bank there or working with another bank to take over our facility. But we do view our the fact that we are so big in rural America as something that is important, and we need to make sure we continue.
Yeah, go ahead. Just go right down the line. Mr. Monahan.
Our branches are in the 90-odd markets we serve, plus the extended beyond that, 150, 200 markets, and will continue to be there. I would tell you that back early 2011 or 12, when we sold a bunch of our branches to smaller community banks to make them stronger. 400 branches in the rural areas we served. We weren't in your state, but in other states, with that exact idea in mind, which is the town or city needed banking. If you get sold the deposits to another community bank, it'd be helpful.
Okay. Mr. Dyer.
Yeah, I'm so proud that we're now in all 48 states. We've opened branches in North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, North Carolina, South Carolina, Montana, Billings, Bozeman. I think we're doing Ennis, and we'll take a look at your little town.
Okay.
Thank you for the question, Senator. We're a bank that has a smaller retail footprint in the States. We have a larger focus on corporate clients and on the retail clients. I would certainly commit that we will be doing our best to support the Montana enterprises.
We've long been committed to rural markets. I believe our bank, as a percent of branches, has the most in rural markets. But in addition to rural markets, also important, they're also digital deserts. So we're also committed to focusing on areas such as broadband to make sure that we can serve those markets, not only physically, but equally digitally.
Yep. Sure.
Senator, as you know, we are a large player in rural markets, North, South Dakota, as well as Montana, and most cities in Montana. We also have large operation centers in some of those rural markets to provide jobs.
Okay. Demchak.
We've grown our presence in rural markets over the last several years, and we've augmented that with a fleet of mobile branches that can cover multiple small towns in the same day.
Okay. I've got limited time, and this is a more complex question, but you guys all know the threats of cyber out there. You know that you're probably being attacked as we speak right now by a cyber attack of some sort. We need to continue to adapt and work to combat these evil threats. And so I'm just going to pick Mr. Rogers and Mr. Diamond. How do your companies ensure that you're devoting adequate resources to cyber threats?
One of the reasons, Senator, we merged was to create more capacity to protect our clients against and our company against cyber threats. So we do a variety of things. One of the things we do is we bring in third parties to help us. We bring in third parties to look at our systems, to attack our systems, to do horizontal reviews about where we are relative to others, to make sure that our defenses are the strongest they can be to secure our clients' data. And then we also participate in all the efforts that our regulatory bodies undertake as it relates to cybersecurity.
Mr.
Yeah,
Diamond?
we spend $700 million a year. Everything we do goes through cyber reviews and cyber checks. We do oversight on third parties. Every time you access our systems, it's running through multiple cyber type of things. We work with the federal government, we work with governments in Europe. It's a nonstop battle. My board reviews it. We'll do anything we can. I'd put this way up there, right behind competition with China and this war in Ukraine. Cyber risks are extraordinary.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Tester,